All right. Well, let's see. Yep. Okay. Cool. So I will be working on the Bowsette piece. Maybe even work on the even starting up maybe some other set pieces like Boozette and Chain Set. I don't know. It's essentially just Peach cosplaying as other things. It's a Halloween thing, I would say, just to make it make sense, I suppose, as opposed to the other reason. All right. So I said that yesterday I was gonna make a Venom. Didn't I made this one a while ago? That's why he looks so funny. Uh, his proportions are majorly off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just take the time to. I'm just gonna mess with this a bit, just for maybe uh, the next hour or so, hour or 30 minutes or so, just so that I can work on this a bit. I didn't do it from scratch. I think I uploaded something a while ago of this. I'll polygroup this here. Um, didn't group mask. There it goes. I think I made his torso too wide. I think the time that I made this was also a time where ZBrush did not release their newest software, because I don't think I had Sculptris Pro at the time I was making this. It just makes it Sculptris Pro just makes things easier. It kind of, don't get me wrong, there's other ways around it, but it's just kind of nice to be able to switch between different resolutions at certain points. I got that. I just wanted to adjust. His body's too wide. Shoot. I want his head mask. That's why I was worried about. Make it a little narrower. Okay. His chest. I might modify this real quick. I'm gonna do this. I want to make him actually a little more beefier. I want to make him kind of more of like the monster that he is. I'm gonna mess around with this right here to kind of properly align his proportions so that it makes sense. There it goes. I haven't checked my. Oh, hello, Brandon. Venom is cool. Oh, hey, sorry. Hey, Brandon. Sorry, I missed your comment there. I was about 2 minutes late. How are you doing, Brandon? Venom is cool. I'm actually gonna have him make him with like Spider-Man dead, like Spider-Man in his hand. I was gonna. It's like something I did a long time ago. Traditionally, I wanted to do a series of game over pieces. Basically, the hero loses. Essentially, what it is. I'm pretty sure I recorded this before, the process of making this, or I just haven't uploaded it. But I made it and I recorded the process of it, and just need to just need to put it on. Oh, you're doing well. I'm doing well. Have you seen my other pieces recently? The ones I've been working on, like the All Might vs Nomu, the Peach cosplay. Meaning, it's some things are going around as calling Bowsette. As far as I'm concerned, it's Peach cosplaying for Halloween, and things go too far. So I made a piece where Mario's defeated, and it's Princess Peach, not Bowsette. Dress up like Bowser. I'm doing good. I couldn't do this earlier. I was occupied with stuff. I was thinking about doing this from scratch, but I remembered, hey, you know what? I have a Venom model. I was also going to make anti-Venom. What am I going to dress up for Halloween? I'm not entirely sure. I don't usually do dress up. I don't usually dress up much for Halloween anymore. I just dress up as myself. I don't know. What are you gonna dress up as? I kind of stopped a while ago. Dressing up. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's fun and everything, but I used to do a thing at Halloween maze. So basically, it was a ninja, I guess. I used to dress up as, but technically, that's what I am now. I can't dress up as anymore. That's who I am. Well, trained in martial arts. What you doing for Halloween? If you want to hear music, go ahead and turn some music on if you like, just so that you don't get bored. I'm just adding some definition here, adjusting the mass because he was way off on mass. This is looking much better. Oh no, comment. Oh, I do like Comic Con. I do like Comic Con. I just haven't gone to Comic Con yet. I want to go next year. I'm not sure if I want to dress up though. Not sure what I would want to dress up as. I was just thinking about making some of my stuff and opening a booth over there. Just kind of show my stuff. Something. I've been meaning to go to Comic Con. Just haven't yet. Have you? Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind dressing up. I just kind of find it's not necessary. I'm not saying it's a hassle or anything, just haven't needed to do it. I just, I don't know, maybe not in the mood. Not entirely sure. Also, at the same time, I just realized that I'm not going to be like picky with it. Like Halloween, I find is a little a bit of a necessary holiday, which I get it's all fun and everything, but looking at it, just so much. I don't know, like what is it all for? I get it's a little tradition here and there. To tell you the truth, what I like is Day of the Dead. That's what I like. Day of the Dead is a pretty cool. I don't want to say it's a holiday, but it's a pretty cool event. I just I like the attitude that people in Day of the Dead have. Nothing too crazy. You know, they remember their loved ones. It's kind of like a I want to say it's like a Christmas. You know, like you're getting gifts. It's like a you still do stuff, but you do it like as family. You know, Halloween you do stuff as a family too, but I feel it's not like the same. I feel like people branch away, especially the older they get. Wow. Something that I've thought about Halloween. Also, the fact that I don't know. I've been a little aware of how people. I don't know. I guess the whole material goods thing, man. Like so much stuff is made for Halloween, man. It's crazy. And then no one ever uses. My dad buys animatronics that cost quite a bit, and he just has them lying around. I'm like, what are you gonna do with them after Halloween's over? What are you gonna do? Holiday wise, holiday. be, hold on, sorry. I'm trying to sculpt and think, I'm trying to think holiday. I don't know, holiday. I wouldn't, what do I like? I thought I as I said before, I'm sure at one time I did like, what was it, Halloween and Christmas. Those are like the top ones I can think of right off my head that I'm sure everyone else likes as well. Other holidays don't really stick out to me as much as those two. And usually the other holidays is me when I was in school because I thought, oh, you know what, day off from school. So I didn't like those holidays because of the holiday itself, but because I would be able to get out of school. So that's actually kind of a difficult one. I just say Day of the Dead still. Now, is that considered a holiday? It's not really a holiday. It's more like an event. A little awkward for calling it a holiday. You know the interesting thing about holidays is sometimes how they're kind of made or like thought of. Like Columbus Day is ridiculous. It's a lie. Columbus was actually one of the dumbest people for the time. He ends up getting a day because some author in the what time? I think it was like early 1900s. I don't know. Which is interesting. What's your favorite holiday though? You like tamales? Oh yeah, tamales. Yeah. My family. Usually we have someone make tamales. Yes, tamales are pretty good. It takes a while. You gotta get the masa. You got to get the. Usually they just kind of order the masa. They come. You get order from a store. But you get the chili, you grind it up, you shred it, drain it, separate the pulp. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, tamales are good. Separate the pulp. I've helped out a little bit with it. Let's work on the feet here. I'm guessing you like tamales. I'm sure you probably have eaten them. They're pretty tasty, right? Oh, I got a Spider-Man body right here. Whoa, what the heck is that? Hold on. Oh my gosh. I was trying to make a quick little Spider-Man rough out. As I said before, this when I was working on this piece a while ago, I didn't get very far with it. So with the tongue. So I didn't work on too much on Spider-Man's body, but I could essentially duplicate Venom's body and then I could taper it down. Yeah, I think this was the time where I didn't have the inflate. What's your favorite tamale? Probably Christmas. Oh, you like Christmas. There's so much food. Oh yeah, huh? I guess if you want to think about it, the holidays like Thanksgiving, the food. But usually we don't get. Oh my gosh, I'm making. I'm thick. No. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that. But usually on Thanksgiving we don't usually have tamales, so maybe that's why I might like Christmas a little bit more. But I don't know. Christmas is nice, but I don't know if it's for the right thing anymore nowadays. It's funny, I feel like the more years that go by, the more I think this is a trend. I think the faster people start getting ready for Christmas. What I mean is, like, Thanksgiving isn't over yet and people are like already getting prepared for it. It used to be a thing where after Thanksgiving was over, people would start preparing for it, but I think I've seen people start to start preparing before Thanksgiving is up. I thought that was interesting. Setting some masks here and there. Trying to make the Spider-Man look less dead and not. Oh my gosh, the legs look terrible. Gotta add mass along the side of the knees here for the bone there, and I gotta taper this here for the point, and then I gotta get that there. It looks terrible. This is a terrible form to start with. Don't want to think about it. Because there's so much food. It's cool how you do this stuff. I'm confused. So it looks a lot. Looks like a lot. Oh. Oh, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, it can be a little confusing. It's not. It's not as bad as it looks. You just need to know general stuff here and there. Well, first of all, you need to have a good idea of anatomy. This right here on the side is like your separate pieces here, the subtools. Or I could just go ahead and select which one I want. I could make which one's visible at the time. This is just like to separate or isolate the subtools. It's not that bad. I don't use everything actually, which kind of sucks. Like I should really look into how everything is used, and I think that I'd probably have an easier time. But you know, I started with traditional sculpting. You know, there's a lot of stuff you use over and over again. So I'm gonna duplicate this right here. All I need is this Spider-Man right here, his head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut his head off right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I want to merge it down real quick. It's not bad. Just do some traditional sculpting. If you want to start digital sculpting at all, this software that I use here does have a free version. It's only like the very bare bones, like the Sculptris Pro option I have here, which has been pretty useful. If you can get yourself like a $60 tablet, drawing tablet, that's because that's something I'm using. I'm like using a $60 or $70 drawing tablet. Not super best, but it does pretty good. To tell you the truth, like that's a pretty good start right there. And if you get yourself a 3D printer, you know, 3D printers nowadays you probably get for $200 to $300. Heck, $200 to $500 if you like, and they work really well. The only thing that's bothered me is that his arms are too long, and I think these are supposed to be his hands. Man, this form is really messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and just duplicate this. I'm gonna merge this down. Merge it down here. Oh, I have to save this file as something else real quick. Hold on. I'm not gonna save the undo history. Oh, actually, I will save the undo history. Hold on. File. Oh shoot. Come on. My wrist has been bothering me though. I don't know why. Sometimes it's my left and my right. I don't know. Maybe it's on the whole. I fall asleep with my wrist in an awkward position. Undo history. Save as. It's gonna take a little while to save. But so, what do you enjoy doing, Brandon? So, oh yeah. So as I was saying, I will move on to the Bowsette piece in a bit. The funny thing is, someone actually has contacted me. Two separate people have contacted me, interested in buying a piece, that Bowsette piece. One person wants about 14 inches tall, and another person. So I'll show you the piece real quick. I want to hop over to it in the next broadcast, which will be in a bit. So here's the Bowsette piece right here. So I only kind of quickly posed her real quick. Or okay, now remember, as I said before, this is basically Peach cosplaying as Bowser, not Bowser because of the power of the crown. This is just Peach is cosplaying. It's just for Halloween, it went too far, ends up beating Mario up or dragging him along or something. I don't know. I had to tip his shoes down. This was just a quick pose. I was gonna have this be the poison mushroom, but someone, as I said before, someone contacted me. I'm gonna have the base probably not even here, or make it smaller. Maybe even make it a mushroom shape, or make it the mushroom, the poison mushroom, for the base. But I had someone contact me on Instagram. This guy was interested in a different piece from me. Then he changed his mind. He saw this and he's like, you know what? I like that. Print it and paint it. And then someone else mentioned on a different app that they would be interested in it too. Not as large though. So I'm probably print it out, paint it, and show what it looks like. Do some sort of video on it. Let me hop back to the Venom here real quick. from yesterday, the only red and blue Venom I can remember is. I think that's the one. Yeah, yeah. Wait, I think it was called. I think it was called. Was it called Toxin? Hold on, hold on. I think. Hold on. Let me check. I think I remember just now because they're named. They're like some sort of toxin, Venom, Marvel. Oh wait, maybe it wasn't blue. What? No. Oh wait. I think I remember. Okay, it wasn't blue. What happened was it was a Venom. It was a Venom that was red, but I think he had blue arms. I wasn't thinking blue. It was a. So Toxin, I think that's his name. Toxin is like this red. I think half. I think it's red, half blue. I think, or half black. It's something. I think that's what. I think I was the one I got confused with. I thought it was blue and red, but in the comic books they sometimes make black red, black blue sometimes. Welcome back to Nomad 0036. The Ben Reilly as Spider-Man. Yeah, I think I messed up on my thing. It wasn't. Well, maybe I didn't. I don't know. You know how Venom's sometimes blue, something in the comics or something. I think the image I saw was instead of rose red and black, it was red and blue, and it was, the toxin is the bottom half is black and the top half is red, and the arms are half red and black. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Brandon. I was thinking about making the other et pieces like Bouette. I was thinking about making them I don't know. I've always thought about making the pinup figures from all like the shows. Like the funny thing is, I've always been meaning to make a Peach pinup. I just didn't know what to exactly make. I had an idea for some sort of kind of suppose like a naughty version of her, which guess what? This that kind of came around. You're probably familiar. Real quick, I made a Fallout one. Let me save this real quick. So here's a Fallout piece. So this was a pinup piece that I printed. A couple people have ordered. Sent to MXR, which is another YouTuber. Oh, it's taking a little while. Man, I don't know why my wrist bothers me so much. I don't know, maybe I started martial arts again, and that wrist takedown did not do so well with my wrist. Alright, so here's the one pinup figure. And then I still haven't got around to finishing up the Jesse one from Team Rocket. No. I tweaked her chest size a little too much, I think. I might tone it down. And then, so I had a list of pinup figures. I even talked about it in the live broadcast at the time. But I'll get back to the Bowsette piece in 35 minutes, I guess. I want to work on this for about an hour of the Spider-Man and the Venom. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna cut off Spider-Man's head. So let me go and do that real quick. So I want Venom to have ripped off Spider-Man's head. Maybe use his head as kind of like a puppet. Oh, that's gonna be gruesome. I was thinking about having Venom's hands dig into his back of his skull, and have his thumb so back of the right here, and then his thumb right here, so it would move the jaw up and down or something. Or actually, the easier thing would be able to do is have Venom grab along the back here and have him kind of yelling or roaring at the dead Spider-Man head, in triumph or something. So we'll see. I think the reason why I made this was to give me a rough idea of how tall he would be to the Venom. So if I turn off that, see the Venom there. Spider-Man's supposed to be smaller. Whoa. Yeah, the arms are way too long. That's another thing that bothers me. So, unfortunately, I'm just gonna go ahead and coat this, and I'm gonna duplicate the body so that I can actually still work on it later. If I want to continue working on a Spider-Man piece, I could come back to this. Well, although I'm not a big fan of this, I might take the Venom body, tone it down by going over with a smooth tool, and then adjusting the proportions to match Spider-Man. Maybe a little bit of reverse sculpting, I guess you could say. Oh shoot, whoops. Just had to polygroup that. Cool. The reason why I did that was so that I can go to here and shorten his arms a bit because they are too long. There it goes, kind of like that. I'll give him hands later. I'll keep a T-pose for now. Should I take a break since my wrist hurts? I don't know. Like, it's weird. My left one was bothering me before. It feels fine now. It should be fine. I'm trying to rest my. So I'm trying to keep my hand on the drawing pad. So maybe I was having an issue because I was keeping up or bending it too much. I don't know. My wrists are not the strongest, which kind of sucks. I've noticed something about them, which is weird for my size. I'm pretty tall, yet my wrists aren't like proportional, which is strange. Annoys me. Though I haven't really told people about it, but doesn't look good for me for my. Never mind. Yeah, it's feeling better now. I've kind of tried to keep my wrist more in one place. I might take a 30-minute break after this, real quick, and then I'll hop over onto the other piece, the Bowsette. Subtool. I was going to duplicate this. I'm going to cut his head off real quick. The geometry? No. Duplicate. I'm gonna keep this. Wait a minute. Oh, whoops. No wonder I have a dynamic on, so that's causing a weird cut. I want to make sure I keep part of his chest here so that I can have maybe a keep it pretty similar, or keep it I don't know how to explain it. Talks another character, but yes, it was red and blue or gray with or black arm. Wait, blue or gray or black arms and legs. Yeah, there you go. See, that's the one I was getting mixed up. Toxin. So unfortunately, as I was a little preoccupied, so I couldn't start this earlier today. Had to go to the doctor's office real quick. Just like it's just some blood tests kind of deal. I had to pick some stuff up, and then I set an appointment for an eye appointment. It's been a while. My prescription hasn't changed much. He said that I'm a pretty good candidate for LASIK or something, whatever. Basically, like, just so they can just, I guess, laser surgery or something, so I wouldn't need glasses or something. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But I would like to make all of them maybe together or something. Maybe having a piece of Spider-Man or something like ripping apart. I don't know. I want something that isn't seen too much, like as I said, like the Mario, like that Bowsette piece. Originally, I was gonna have Mario dead or something, or defeated, not killed. I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna kill him, like I talked about in the last broadcast. Let me see. Oh yeah, modify topology. When delete the hidden and close the holes. Now the holes are closed. Very weird kind of fix right there. Gonna smooth that out right there. I'm gonna cut his head off. He's gonna have Spider-Man's head, so I want to mirror and weld this real quick. Whoa, that's not right. What? Oh, that's right. All right, So what happened was, it's off center. So, oh no, hold on. I have to back up real quick. So what happened was, when I split it, I didn't have symmetry on. So it was creating a bit of an issue with the local symmetry option, because I'm not using the axis, I'm using the geometry that's here, and it's taking one point to another and making the center point in the center. So, oh, whoa, L, wow, look at this, look, L, got friends. Look in the chat, Nomad0036 I think showed up after you did, or I think he said goodbye to you last chat, and Brandon. I'm pretty sure I must have at least seen him once before. Oh, shoot. Oh, it is Brandon. It's Brandon. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Okay, it is that Brandon. I didn't know your last name. Oh. No wonder. I wasn't sure which Brandon that was. I didn't know how your name was spelled either. I didn't know your last name. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, talk to you later. Alright, so hello, L. So I was just gonna work on the Spider-Man piece here real quick. Not real quick. I keep saying it real quick. It's just a habit. Let me see. Close. Delete hidden. Close holes. By the way, this is kind of the process I used to make a bust right here, kind of. Or I kind of do that. I kind of cut it off. But I use cubes instead of that method. This is another method, but it doesn't leave very clean edges. There it goes. The reason I want to keep it as kind of like a bust right now is because I don't need the whole body, so I don't need the necessary geometry. But I want to make sure I have an idea for like the overall form, so that I keep the head correct. So when Venom's holding his head in his hand, it'll be perfect. So let's see. I think Venom's arms are a little too long, I think, too. So what I do is I just kind of, whoa, oops, there it goes. So I'm gonna double check. Yeah, his fingers are gonna come past mid thigh. So the joint is right about here approximately. So I bend it here. Okay, so it's causing this unnecessary. Just trying to measure it up. It's like kind of like messing with a doll, I suppose. It's doing this weird pinching ordeal right here with this right here, but I'll fix that in a bit. You'll see. So what happens is it creates this weird pinch because of the cutoff point. I'm just gonna go ahead and patch this up right here by kind of resculpting it, fixing the width of the shoulder as well as the pecs right here. I probably have to bring this in a bit, so. So I'm just gonna take a big old move brush, kind of tuck this part in right here. I'm gonna have to fix this mess right here that's going on with his, I don't know. But it looks better already. Yes, it will be similar to that one. I don't have to. I was thinking maybe having him rip the body apart. Maybe rip his body apart, but I think the head is kind of a nice one. You don't see that too much. You don't see the hero. You usually see the hero alive, kind of confronting, but you never really see the bad guy like win, really. So I thought that would be a cool thing to have. And also I wanted to see how it would translate into the piece here. So I'm just making the jaw here. Oh, let me have his tongue here. Just kind of as reference. I think it would be nice to have that. As I said before, I want to do the piece that I made before. I just wanted to. Oh shoot. Wait, did I show the piece here before, Al? Did I show the piece that I made? Did I mention that in broadcast at all? A while ago or what? Like wait. I'm not recalling if I did. Oh wait, it was my Instagram, huh? That was an older piece. You wonder why I did that. That's how it is for the traps along the 6th vertebrae. Kind of has this gap in the muscle, I guess you'd say. There it goes. The right thing is actually I kind of like the way this looks. The only issue I have is the lats go way too low, way too far down. And my left wrist feels fine. It's weird. My left wrist was bothering me. Now it doesn't bother me anymore. Now my right wrist is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just kind of confused as why that is. That's better. So let's go back a little bit a while ago. So as you can see, so before and then after. That's better. So the changes I made, so as I said before, this Venom one was probably made, I think, either earlier this year or was made late last year. This Venom right here. So I'm just trying to fix it. Man, it looks really bad. Let me go all the way back so you can see what it looked like. I'm gonna do a quick save here just in case I accidentally somehow screw things up. Oh, that's right. I have save history. I was trying to save as well. It's gonna eat a bit of memory. It's not smart to do that. I should really have that turned off at this point. But I think the reason why I have save history turned on by default was because I was using the time lapse feature of this software, and I needed the undo history saved. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's click that right there. See what it looked like before I made the changes. Oh wow, it goes all the way back. Yep, that's what it looked like at the beginning. Okay, that's more like it right there. That's probably what it was. September. Oh, it tells me the date. Oh snap, it was last year. It tells me the date when I saved it. It says May 25th, 2017. Shoot. wow. It's been a year and a half, I guess a year and a half since I've messed with this piece. Alright. I don't like this part right here. The back is way too... I think the reason why I did this to the back was because that Venom piece I made, I had him very... Oh, cancel, 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 cancel. Let me fix it. There it goes. I was about to undo all that progress. That's why I did the quick save, just in case. Everything going alright with you, Al? And good? What I'm not liking about this is the way these pecs are working. These pecs should not be the way they are with the deltoids. The way they should be working is that they should be going here. Should be kind of a gap here, I suppose. There it goes. I'll give him fingers and everything a bit. Looks better. Definitely have to update his arm here. Yeah, I think that the time I made this, they did not have the Sculptress Pro brush or the Sculptress mode. This is not the most. It's not. It was. I did not have the most recent. What I have now, I did not have that during the time I first started making this. Makes things so much easier to kind of work with. It feels very free, close, very very similar to traditional sculpting. ZBrush gets better and better with their updates. I wonder if people show up expecting the oh, this is wrong. You know, that's wrong because what happens is there's like a thing of like a tendon strand or something. I don't know what it is, and the muscle kind of come out like that right there, and then it looks like a leaf. There it goes. And I want to fill this in right here. So the way this muscle works, it's like there's kind of like a muscle that goes like this diagonal, and then there's another muscle that goes like right here, and the lats go over it. So I need to just kind of and these this is not making much sense right here. Oh shoot, the geometry's all off, so I needed to go over it real quick. There it goes. Oh, well, I guess maybe I'm just talking to myself. BMV. I have to move this like that. See that change right there? Nope. Super awesome. Gonna have to bring this right there. Bring it right there. Make it kind of tense right there. Cool. Oh, you know the cool thing about the move brush is usually I have to position it the angle that I want to be able to pull it the way I want it. But if I hold down the shift button, oh shoot, if I click and I hold down the shift, it goes, wait, why is it not working? It's supposed to go, oh, talk about fail, or is it, no. Oh, there it is. So see right here, like the spikes right here. I press the Alt button, pressing the Alt button, not the shift. Pressing the Alt button, wherever you point you grab, it shoots it out 90 degrees from the direction. So if I wanted to, I could make a series of like spikes, which is pretty cool already. It's a little hard to control, but it's pretty nice though. But it looks so nice now. And the way this works back here is, you know, you got a tailbone or whatever, so ACB here. So the way the back muscles work is that they come down to here. And I need to make sure Venom's been working it. You know, he can be slacking off. Otherwise, I don't know how he would have beat Spider-Man. What bothers me a little bit is his posture. His posture seems off. I think his back is a little too... Or maybe it's just because it's a weird T-pose. T-pose does look strange, not a very natural pose. I think I should probably start posing him. I'm going to go ahead and do this I'm going to save this right here. File. Wow, a lot of memory is being eaten up right now. So I'm going to save this here. And it's going to take a little while. It's probably going to take about 30 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reopen the file after I saved it without save history, so it'll clear a lot of the memory. Also, it might help if I actually close everything I've ever opened on internet, on Chrome. I have like, I must have like 50 tabs in the history, saved in the history, so it might be, I'm not sure if that's using my memory somehow. Yeah, see, that's pretty low. I have 16 gigabytes of memory and it's reading below 5. Usually I get around 10 or maybe like between 8 to 10. So I think this is really eating up the space. So let me go try that. Let me save this as something different. I'll save as. I think, yeah, remember as I said before, I want to stop this soon. So I'm going to try posing it real quick. Let me save it as 4. For no history. See, that's saved in like half a second right there. You see right there, it says saved in half a second. A little more than half a second. Now I'm going to just go ahead and reopen that real quick. How much time has it been? Yeah, the next 12 minutes or so, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to take a break for maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I'm just going to lay down for a bit. I'm not going to sleep, but rest my wrist a bit, I guess. I don't know why my right wrist felt great yesterday. Now it feels weak. It doesn't feel so great today. Something must have happened. All right, now it's been opened up, and look at that. Look at the top right there. Almost 9 gigabytes of memory now. So let's go do this. Let's go ahead and take Spidey here. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate him, just in case I need to use him again. I'm going to the SL. Whoa. I'm just going to see if I can try to keep his neck. I want only his neck, so I want to delete. Delete hidden, close holes. why I did that was just so it gives me a little bit of sculpting freedom. Hold on. I want to keep it as kind of like a peg. Just because I need it to be that way. So it gives me a little bit of freedom to sculpt. Just refining it a bit, given where his ears would be, where they would be at, since it's under a mask. I might have to play around with that a bit later on. So I kind of see where the cut is, the difference right there. So the top of his head is off. Hold on, sorry, it's bothering me. I need to start posing this though. That's better. What the heck? I'll go with that. Heck, if I wanted to be really picky about it. I would move this so that they're a little more. Whatever. If I wanted to, I'm just gonna go ahead and save this real quick. Duplicate. I might work this maybe 5 or 10 more minutes extra, and then I'll take my break. I just want to position everything here. So, all right, Spidey. Do I have symmetry off? I do not have symmetry off. Oh, I need to turn perspective on now. There it goes. I can mess the mask up and everything later. I'm trying to think how I want to have him hold Spider-Man's head. Do I want him to hold it in front of him? I guess I should want one hand. Maybe hold. Right now I'm trying to pose. Can't see it. I don't want to turn the camera on. Alright. Because the thing is, I want to also merge the tongue with the face. This tongue was quite the challenge. Since I didn't have the I probably had to raise the resolution up quite a bit, and then I had to use the snake hook brush since I didn't have the Sculptures Pro option available. Oh, hello, Erwin. Oh, hey, sorry. When did you send that? Oh, 3 minutes ago. What's up? What's up? I'm working on this for the next, I guess, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to take a break. Then I'm going to pop back on here and work on that Bowsette piece a little bit more. Remember, it's just Peach cosplaying as Bowser. It's not actually Bowsette, even though it looks a lot like Bowsette. Fan art online. My story behind my sculpt is Peach takes cosplaying a little too seriously. Cosplays as a sexy Bowser and beats up Mario. Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, I think it's been a while since I've last seen you. Or I think you stopped by real quick. I think that's what it was. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so for anyone that's just joining, the Bowsette, I'll be working on the other pieces soon. Alright, I'm just going to work on this for the next 10 minutes or so. And then I'm gonna take a break and then come back on. So if you look at the time right now, give it, to me that'd be about 10 o'clock. I'm on the West Coast. So that'd be about 10 o'clock. So wherever you are to the West Coast, United States, adjust to that. So hour and 15 minutes from now, I'll be working on the Bowsette piece. I'm just working on the Venom Spider-Man here. Just Spider-Man, being dead. So I'm gonna merge the merge down. Okay. Give him his tongue. Oh, I give him his teeth in a bit. Let me go ahead and pose him a bit. I might shrink his head down a bit as well. There it goes. Oh, you have been watching your stream since I had school. It's in my area. Currently it's 10:44. Is that 10:44? Is that at night? It would have to be at night, right? No. I think I'm trying to think. I remember where you mentioned you lived. I think that was someone else. I think you're Erwin. I think you was Asia, so that must be in the morning, right? So it's PM. Okay. So okay. All right, cool. School's definitely important. Sorry, I'm trying to think, talking and trying to do this. I'm trying to think of pose and adjusting. Can be difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and start posing this. So I'm gonna I have to auto group these because actually before I auto group, I want to save this real quick. Then I have to save it as something different so I can come back to it later. The reason why I do this is so that I can always come back to the starting file. Now it's called 5 pose, so that that's when I started attempting the pose. I'll give him fingers and everything in a bit. So what school, I actually gotta go since you school. Oh yes, oh sorry, you said, oh you had to go. Oh, I didn't read that part. I just kind of skipped it real quick. Oh yeah, all right, thanks Erwin. Go ahead, get some sleep, all that good stuff. Yeah, I noticed my my numbers in the viewers pop up and down. I am assuming people are checking in to see if it's the other piece I was working on. That won't be until about an hour and 5 minutes from now. Not hour 15, hour and 10 from now. The Bowsette piece. I'll be working on that. People are asking me about getting a copy. 2 people so far. One a 14-inch piece, and another one not 14 inches, shorter, probably less than 10 inches. Crap, I can't think. There it goes. Can't see what I'm doing, but now it's separate. What the heck? Actually, I could just auto group this. There it goes. Now I can start posing it. I don't know if I want to do a whole Shakespeare thing. I don't know if I want to have him hold the head up in the air like he's like killed him, or I want more aggressive. He pulls like I made before, where he pulls the head towards his face as he screams at it, and the other arm back. Kind of like that actually. I'm gonna turn off symmetry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix the geometry later. Okay, there's a couple different ways. Let's do this. Alright, I know I don't have much time to pose and everything. Pose this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate. I'm going to go to my copy. I'm going to go ahead to geometry. I'm going to go ahead and zero mesh. I'm going to go ahead to half. Keep groups. Let's keep smoothing groups to maybe a low. Let's go try that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to lower the resolution of the model, which will be easier for me to manipulate, but I'll raise the resolution up in a moment just so that there'll be less fixing I'll have to do. So it'll take maybe about 15 30 seconds with each. It's cool. It's cool to see some familiar faces, some new faces here and there. It's nice. So let's go ahead. So it looks like nothing's changed much, but you can see the definition has gone down a little bit. Not too much that it's crazy. So now I'm going to go ahead and do it again. This time half. It's going to go down quite a bit. It's going to go slowly. It's going to go less and less. To tell you the truth, it wouldn't be such a bad thing for it to go lower, and if I couldn't get it back to a higher resolution, because I will have to probably resculpt the definition on the muscle since they all behave differently. See right there? So right there it's still pretty good, considering all the definition it was lost. It's pretty good, but it's much easier for me to clean up and everything. So this is what it was like before. There it goes. Whoa, I don't know what's going on here. There's some sort of weird red band going around here. Weird. Okay, I guess it's not hurting anything. Let me go ahead and do that again. Zero mesh. Cool. How's everyone doing? Everyone that's still here. Alright. If you need to hear music, I can pop music on right now. So let me know. That's actually pretty good. Let me see how that will pose. Thing is, I need to keep the collarbone relatively where it's at. It's the muscle that needs to move around. So if I do that now, let's see if that's... No, I need to lower the resolution more. Let's go half. Now, let's keep going. Put it at 5 seconds. That looks better. That's probably really good, actually. Sort of weird bend is going on here. It might even be better for me to cut his arm off. So issue is that this is not the correct geometry. Oh no, since I fixed this, I was messing with this, it's messed the, whatever. I want to just pose it real quick to see what it would look like. Just to have some sort of... Oh, I have symmetry on, oops. Gonna mess with this right here. want to mess around with this, but I'm not too concerned. Okay. I'm just going to go probably have my traditional sculpting kind of take over. Kind of mess with the shapes and forms. I'm going to have to pull and whatnot, and then let's go ahead and go here. Move that there. It might be easier for me just to I'll just have to resculpt the definition. To tell you the truth, it's not such a bad thing to do. I kind of see why. So it looks funny right now, but it will be worked on. Got that, that. I want the head to be facing forward, so I'm going to just go ahead and I'm also going to arch his back here. I'm going to also bend his legs. It look weird right now, but it will be worked on a bit. Makes sense in a bit. It's so funny. Yeah, see right there, looks pretty funny right there, but the Dynamesh and the resculpting will fix that. Okay, so I'll take that right there. Got that. So I need to bend the ankle here. So the reason why it's not working the way it's supposed to is because I don't have it in the joint. T. Oh, pfft, that was interesting. MV. Let's stretch it out real quick. Yeah, it's past the time I said I was gonna stop, but I'll probably have them hunched over too, so I'll probably take this and kind of so I'm gonna have to take this right here. I'm gonna have to mask the part that I would. Move this here, center it roughly. I'll put this along the joint of sorts. Take this, turn the body maybe a bit more. Due to how bulky he is, he wouldn't be very flexible with his shoulder or his joint right here in his arm. So it's a little off because his back is not following along with what his arm is doing. So what I need to do is I need to unmask this right here, smooth it out a bit, and then start pulling it. Because it hinges on here. No, that was all wrong. Gosh, you know, I say one thing and I want to just sculpt it. BMV right here. Gonna soften this out a bit. Put Spider-Man's head. I'll probably do this. I think it's not as dramatic since it's too far back. I think it'd be better if you slouch forward. Maybe even hunch. Something. I don't know. I'll have to work it out later. So I'm gonna actually let me put Spider-Man's head there so I have an idea of what it would probably look like. this is one idea. Now I don't know, have his head rest in his hand or have it held by the back of his head. So that's somewhat posed. Might change it a little bit later. What I'm gonna do is, I didn't make the sketches that I said I was gonna make earlier because I was occupied. But I will probably do it while I rest, I guess, for the hour or so, and I'm gonna hop over to the Bowsette piece, try to finish that piece up. I think I know what I wanted to do for that one, so I can probably get going. So that's the Venom right there. If you want to see the Bowsette, I will go ahead and show it real quick. I'm gonna. So it changes, yes. So I want the pose, yes. So if you want to see me work on this piece, it will pop up. Oh, I have dynamic on it. Scared me. I'm like, what? When you see work on this piece soon, you can go ahead and hop back on here in about an hour. Yeah, about an hour. It's be about 10:07 where I'm at. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see me work on this piece, you will check in. So what's going to happen is going to be the T-pose again, and we'll have to repose it. What I mean is I probably have to work on certain parts and then add or subtract whatever. I really do like the way it looks. I will probably take elements from this and incorporate it on the more refined piece. You'll see when I start it. I'll probably work on that for about 2 hours, 2-3 hours, getting near to completion. All right, cool. Thanks for stopping by, and I said before, check back in an hour or two, and yeah, cool, awesome. Till an hour or two. Oh, hour. Yeah, okay, thanks, bye.